A warrior set out on becoming the strongest, but is he capable of having a relationship? And is there anyone out there looking to be in that spot? Well, I will give you the women I thought have the best chance of being that one. This is World Warrior 101. Let's get into it. No wasting time on this, let's jump right into the 4 women I found that would be the best bet to be with Ryu. Candidate number 1, CHUN-LI. The first lady of fighting games, she is a potential contender given that they are frequently shown as lovers, in relationships, or as showing interest but not acting on it in a few comic books. A few jokes in other comics demonstrate Ryu's interest in her as well. However, I view it as humorous entertainment. They haven't spent much time together, according to the game's canon, and she just has the utmost regard for him as a formidable fighter. She has always been thought by Akira Yasuda as being in a relationship and considering getting married. In one of her Street Fighter II endings, he even drew her out on a date. Candidate number 2, Village Chief Daughter. In Street Fighter II Complete File, she may be seen accompanying Ryu through a town. While traversing Asia in search of fresh challenges, Ryu triumphs in yet another village combat competition. The background reads, "Marry my daughter," the local head exclaims. Ryu shivers. Since this picture was taken after the freeze, I would say Ryu thinks about it, but decides against it since it belongs on the warrior's route rather than the father's path. Candidate number 3, RINKO. She has a brief appearance in the anime Street Fighter II Voyage. Ryu befriends an employee who later turns out to be her uncle when he is doing a construction job to make money. She keeps bringing him food and gets close to Ryu. She also carries a note from Ken asking Ryu to come see him in California with her on one of her visits. RINKO gives Ryu a lucky armband made of rosary beads as he decides to leave. RINKO thought Ryu would never come back to the island when he left. She also made an appearance in Brazilian comic book issue 20 of the Street Fighter when she questioned if he could trust the person he was about to depart with without first getting to know him. Ryu claims that because he is always moving, he can and has always behaved in that way. She responds that she would take care of his belongings as usual till he returns after asking her to look after them while he is away. This demonstrates that they have some sort of connection, but Ryu will always choose the road of the warrior. Candidate number 4, FUUKA. She makes an appearance in the animated film Street Fighter Alpha Generations as the last option and the one most likely to be with Ryu. She is the adopted grandchild of the longtime Guken friend and unidentified old monk. She plays a very watchful role and gets along well with Ryu in this film. They briefly display interest in one another, but as usual, Ryu is called by the path of the warrior, and he sets forth on his adventure. Now, if I had to pick just one, it would be between FUUKA and RINKO because FUUKA appears to be the most compatible, but RINKO also seems to have started some type of a relationship. Due to Ryu's 2 depictions of RINKO, him caring for her and him not even noticing her, FUUKA would be my ultimate choice for a relationship. I think Ryu does consider marrying, but finally decides against it so he won't be sidetracked from his objective. Although I see him out on the warrior's way and not at home, there may come a day when he does have a wife and child. In that case, he may remain to raise his child in his image and introduce them to Ken, Mel, Sakura, Sean, and the other fighters he has grown close to when they are old enough.